So this happened on Mother's Day of 2020. I just had like a really great time with like my mom, my grandma, and all this fun stuff. Talking with my family. As we got into the car to leave, I started having this fear just kind of surround me. Trying to like dig my way out of it, but just trying to like hold on to my faith and everything, but kind of feeling just like the closer I got to the car, the more I started hearing, and they weren't audible voices, but like just thoughts in my head, and just this like really fearful negative energy of just like, good thing that you talk to your family because that's the last time you're gonna talk to them because you're gonna die tonight, or something like, God's not going to help you. You should be afraid. All this faith is for nothing. Blah 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 blah. Like things like that, and a really ominous presence surrounding that. And I remember like getting in the car, and these voices kept getting, more and more, and my heart started beating really fast because I was, scared. And we're in the car at this point, and no one else could hear. There was just me and my thoughts. I got into this habit of like asking my mom to pray for me. She's like brilliant at that. I started to reach for my mom and ask her if she could like pray for me, and then I just had this feeling like, no, this is your thing that you have to do. You have to make it through this. And so I was just like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? Like, how am I gonna get through? I'm having voices in my head and this fear in my heart, and I just had no idea how to like escape it. And so all this stuff was building and building and building, and then all of a sudden I hear through all the noise, and it was clear. It was a voice where it was immediately, there was authority, and there was power, and there was control. And it was an audible voice, the same way that you can hear my voice right now. It was one of those things where like I knew it was God. And if I did not believe it before, I believe it now. You just know. It's one of those things that shakes you to your core. No one can tell me that it wasn't God. God told me this, the exact words that I heard were, let go of the control you think you have. It'll make your life a lot easier. And what do I decide to do when I hear the voice of God talking to me? I decide to argue back. And I was like, but I don't know how. Like, I don't know how to let go. And he immediately corrected me, and he was like, yes, you do. And he reminded me of another time that I had let go of this really negative energy in my life. Came right to my remembrance, and I was like, oh yeah, you're right. Okay. After that, I listened, finally. But right before I was about to like let it go, I heard all these voices of doubt. Like, are you sure that that's what God said? Are you sure that you can do it? I don't think that you can. I felt this impending doom. Like, if I let this thing go, something really bad's gonna happen. And I had a choice to make, to believe what God had just told me, or to believe these negative voices. And so I don't know what happened, but something in the depths of my heart said, like, no, I would rather die and go to heaven right this second than give into this fear. And when I did that, when I decided that, I basically just like buckled down, and I was like, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, I will not be afraid. I believe in you. I'm going to let this go. And I let go. It was like this tightness around my chest, this control that I had in my heart, negativity over here. And I was like, let that go. And immediately this thing tried to like come at me. And it was a lot. It was several negative things trying to get at me. I felt, the best way I can describe it is like feathers, like eagle or wings, you see on like a giant bird, like huge bird, and they completely surrounded me on all sides, and these negative things that were trying to get at me couldn't even touch me. Like, I could tell they were like sitting in the corner, like, real pissed off that they couldn't attack me, but they couldn't get near me. They couldn't, like, nothing. I was completely protected, and it stayed that way throughout the rest of the car ride home, which was about like a 2.5 hour drive home. And I just felt protected and safe the entire time. And then I made it home, and once I got home, I was safe, and that was that. So yeah, that was my experience with God. He protected me, and he fought for me, and all I had to do was believe in him, really, and just ask him for help and stand firm in, what he said about me, and not listening to that negativity, being willing to, even sacrifice my own life. But I mean, he gave me my life anyway, so I mean, so I'll see you next week. Okay.